everybody. I am Staicha from Allfather Metal. I am here with my incredible, awesome friend, Lindsay Schoolcraft. So Lindsay is a Juno-nominated metal musician. She is an incredibly popular solo artist. She was also in Cradle of Filth from 2013 to 2020, right? Yes. So her music is known for having a gothic, ethereal feel to it. She is a harpist. I'm actually in her amazing home right now, and there are harps everywhere. If I move my head 15 degrees, there is another harp somewhere. She's also a pianist. She is an amazing vocalist. I'm so excited to be here with her. So thank you so much for having me over in your home.
Thank you for doing this. And who paid you to say all those nice things?
It was really funny. So Lindsay, you are my real life friend. But doing this, I was like, okay, I need to go and do the bio. And you actually do so much that I even had to hit up our other friend to be like, what am I missing? Because you have got to be one of the busiest people that I know.
Next to yourself.
Oh, right. Yes. Maybe that's why we work.
Yeah. There's always something going on. Well, yeah, it's kind of like there's certain people who every 6 months, there's something new.
Yeah.
I've been in like 4 bands. Like,
right?
You know, I lived a long life for like almost 40 years. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, and that's funny. So that actually the first thing I wanted to talk to you about is I wanted to brag a little bit. So I have my little bio of you, but I just kind of wanted to talk about the stuff I missed. So you've done, vocals for other bands. You just won producer of the year.
Yes.
Like so much has been going. You've been, you're recording new stuff. Yeah. You are doing music videos. You just did 2. Anyway, you have so much going on. So I kind of was just like, let's have like a Lindsay brag session and like talk about really all the stuff you do.
It's kind of like, it's a year where things are starting back up again.
Right.
So when you start something back up, which is an album release cycle, it's just chaos all the time because you have to get your team in place and then your team is bossing you around and you have this like schedule as we do these days. I kind of miss the days when there wasn't really many singles before the album dropped.
Right.
Like then the album would drop and then you'd keep up with the music videos, but thank Spotify for that. So it's like there's all these deadlines of like, okay, single 1, single 2, single 3. So because of that, we're like, okay, well, it all kind of hits you at once. You're like, I have to finish the music. I have to market the music. Oh yeah, I got to play live. So I've got to get my band together. And then this award show came up. And then like with the music videos, I have such a small team. I've been producing and directing them and like detailing the design of them and everything. Thank God I have such wonderful people around me, like a great cinematographer and like, the band and all the help we've been getting, you included in that, but like.
I pay her to say that.
No, you literally rented out your place, but we'll talk. You guys will see that music video later. But it just, when I decide, okay, I'm going to do something and I want to like start something new, it all just kind of happens at once. And then it's just like all encompassing and so many deadlines. So
yeah,
that's a Lindsay magic. It's chaos, but a lot of things happen.
Yeah. And that's the thing. So like looking you up, I was just like, I don't even know like what to focus on. I feel like, so I see you at least once a week, usually, for breakfast
really
on
haggard.
Sundays. Yeah.
Rough looking.
No, amazing looking. But it's like every week, it's like there's something new going on. And it's just like, oh my gosh, like this new award or this new thing that's going on behind the scenes. And it's incredible. It's so much to keep up with, even just as someone who just watches you and admires what you do. I can't even imagine having to like navigate that.
You should see my calendar. I have to add my assistant tonight, and I think she'll be overwhelmed. But I think that's the thing. I don't think people, they overestimate what they can do in a year, but they underestimate what they can do in 2 years. That's like a popular saying in the business space. And if you're really good at time blocking, like you can get so much done in a week, but it's a lot. Like I'm coordinating with like 20 people every week, but I mean, I love it. Like it staying busy. I find when there's like a lull and I'm supposed to quote unquote rest, us neurodivergents don't know what that is.
No,
like,
never heard of it.
Oh, like, oh, you're supposed to rest right now. I'm like, I feel useless and like my life has no purpose. So, but when I'm busy, I find that's when the creativity really kicks in.
Yeah.
And it helps me like, okay, I can see the vision for this music video. Okay. So like, yeah, it is. I feel a little like unfocused right now too, but I see the path in front of me. It's a lot to coordinate, but I'm starting to get help and I'm starting to build the team. So yeah, I feel like with me and the guys in my band, we just kind of take things as they come up and we're just preparing for that right now. But
yeah,
you're catching me right at the base of the mountain, which like climbing the top of the mountain is when the album comes out.
Right.
But I say that and then it's like, okay, well now you got to go on tour for 5 years or like it just never ends. So.
Yeah, your reward for all your hard work is going to be more hard work.
Yeah, that's the rule. That's the
lucky
law
you.
of the universe. It's like, oh, congratulations, here's more work. It's like, oh, don't get me wrong, I love what I do, but sometimes I'm just like, there's a part of me that's just like, when does it get easy? It doesn't.
Yeah, never.
No.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question that might be hard, but what do you think you're the most proud of at this point in your career?
I'd say my sobriety.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
That's the one that was the hardest thing, like going vegan. Easy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Can
it's like,
confirm.
I love animals. I love them. I don't want to hurt them. Mm-hmm. And the whole lifestyle around it. That was like the thing that taught me no and boundaries. Like, it's crazy when you decide that you're cutting out something that is harming you and harming others. And it's truly like a core belief in you. It really allows you to say no, but I don't feel like I was addicted to animal byproduct,
right.
But with alcohol, there definitely was an addiction there. And then staying, like I'm coming up 4 years next year, and just staying sober has made me, like, I hate the idea of people thinking that you need to be high and drunk to make art. You actually make better art with less problems, especially communicating with your team and staying organized when you are sober.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like, I would not be able to be doing what I'm doing right now if I wasn't sober. I have an app on my phone, and I think since I quit drinking, I've saved over $17,000.
Whoa.
I wouldn't be able to afford what I'm doing right now in my life if I didn't do that. Like, it all compounds, but it was hard. There were nights where I was just like, I would just love to get drunk.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to, because it's going to result in me getting back in that place and spiraling and drinking every night. And just, I knew the other side of that. So like that for me, I think if anything, it's made my relationship with my family better. It showed me who my real friends are.
Yes.
It showed me who my real homies in the industry are, because there's some people who just want to party and siphon off your energy and network, and it's like, no, it's like, oh, it's 10 o'clock, everyone's gonna go out drinking, I'm gonna go back to my hotel room and go to bed. Like, I don't need this. So yeah, no, that's, I appreciate you asking that, but that's like the one thing that's like the top of my pyramid of achievements. That was the hardest thing to do.
Yeah.
And
I love how many people are talking about it. So I know a few other amazing artists and musicians who have become sober in the last few years, and them talking about it is really, really inspirational. It's helpful for other people because, as you said, when you're in that industry, substances are there and
all the time.
Yeah, it is a big part of it. So more people talking about it is really, really important. And yeah, it's a massive achievement.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, musically, if you want to know musically, like, yeah, Motionless in White.
Yeah.
Duh. That's like ever since I knew about that band and met Chris, I was like, this is such a cool band and such a cool project. And I look back at that album with a lot of pride, just being able to sing on 2 songs. And Chris still owes me a copy of it on vinyl. So
Chris, you're being called out right now. Do it.
Where's my vinyl,
Do
man?
the thing.
But yeah, that was that one. And then of course, like, it's, the world probably has no idea what I'm talking about when I mention this, but here in Canada we have the Junos, which is our Grammys.
Yes.
That nomination, I promised that to my 15-year-old self.
Oh.
So that was like a huge moment, because it's like, it's important to remember what you promised yourself when you started. So
yeah,
and it's lovingly framed and hung over there. It's
I
all
know. So from where I'm sitting, I can see it, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
I saw it on the wall, and I was like, yes.
I did it.
How long have you been vegan for?
Ooh, it happened between the Christmas and New Year's of 12 to 13. I have to do math. This is really hard. So almost 13 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think for me it's been 15. Yeah, yeah, so I think it
Amazing.
was 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long road. You make a lot of mistakes along the way and forget you need like so much protein and so much probiotics. And,
Yeah.
oh man.
I mean,
But-
I'm one of those people that I'm just like, I don't know. I keep taking in calories and I'm still technically alive. So
It helps that you've had this amazing restaurant where
Yeah.
like there's just like high protein, good food around you all
Yeah.
the time. I think you're fine. I think you're just like by osmosis
Yeah.
absorbing like
Yeah.
the nutrients and vitamins you need.
so Lindsay and I did originally meet at my restaurant, which was really, do you remember how we met actually? It was really funny.
I think it was through our friend Bradley, but
Yeah.
yeah, kind of.
But so people were talking about how, Lindsay Schoolcraft, who, was this amazing musician who'd also been in Cradle of Filth, was kind of around. And I was a really big fan. So
Floating around.
yeah, but it was one of those things where we kind of like had missed each other, but,
Yeah.
and you're vegan and I own a vegan restaurant. So we had heard of each other. So when you first came in, someone was like, oh, if you want to meet Lindsay, oh, hi, Cinder. Someone was like, if you want to meet Lindsay, like she's here and she's up front. Actually, I think you were with Corey.
Yeah.
You were having lunch
We were
with,
just-
yeah.
Yeah, it was just us solo, but that's when we were just friends.
Yeah, you were just friends. Don't worry, the romantic tension was very apparent to everybody. So that's Lindsay's partner and a good friend of mine. I remember I went over to your table. I was like, "You're Lindsay? Oh my gosh, I love you!" And you were like,
Yeah.
"I love you too."
Yeah, because Bradley had spoken
Yeah.
so highly of you.
Yeah, we just kept hearing about each other, and I was like, oh, "You're here," and you were like, "You're here,"
Yeah.
and here we are.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, like his full name's Bradley Zorgdreger, and he's like deathcore daddy. He manages like all the deathcore bands. So yeah, and
Bradley, please take that as your new Instagram handle. Yeah,
I don't know why that hasn't been his Instagram
yeah.
handle. Honestly,
Maybe we change his mind today.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, speaking of the restaurant, you recently recorded a video there.
Yes.
With a very specific theme.
Yes.
So when we talked about this, you were like, listen, I want to do this very 90s theme, like old MTV.
Yes.
Which my restaurant was the perfect spot for that.
The only perfect spot in Ontario, period.
What was it that inspired you to go with that?
So that's actually single number 2. And what happened, this is really interesting. I don't want to give away the name of the song yet, but people will know when it comes out. So on this new album, when we were writing the songs, we were writing this song and everything about it was sounding very like Prodigy meets Republica, but the chorus was like not it. It was like this super dark Deftones sounding chorus. And my producer, which is JD, he also works with Motionless in White, he was like, we gotta like split the atom. You gotta do heart surgery and cut out this chorus. And I was like, no. And he really forced me to get out of my comfort zone and respect the song and write a new chorus for it. He's like, listen, take out this chorus, write a whole new song around it, which I did. It's on the next album. And it's great. It turned out very like 9 Inch Nails. Like it's really great. But then we just kept working on this song and I was like, are we literally like taking samples from like Prodigy and stuff? Like it's just very 90s. So then when I showed it to my trusted people, like what should the singles be? They're like, this one first, and then this one second, because it's just such a bop. And I'm like, well, like, what do we do? It's so different. I'm so used to being like the queen of darkness and like drowning in my tears and being all serious and dramatic in my music videos. Like, I don't know what to do with this. So then I thought, I'm like, you know what I loved? I just started thinking about everything I loved about the 90s. And there's so much. The list was like almost endless. Like Daria and Trip Hop and MTV and like Much Music and just like everything from like Pogs to like Nerf guns and Super Soakers. It was just, there was so much to list. And I was like, you know what? I don't think anyone has done a music video in the style of like VH1's pop-up video, and that's where it's like, this is actually really achievable, because we just got to film something that looks 90s, and then a lot of the cool shit happens in post with the editing and putting all the little icons and blurbs, which we still haven't like designed or written yet. We're still in that. We want to just absolutely make fun of ourselves, because like if you've ever watched a pop-up video back in the day, they're kind of like a bit scandalous and like out there and ridiculous, but like I sent you the whole playlist. Like there's so many of them and they're crazy, but that was just the goal with that one. I'm like, I would love to just, you know, show the kids these days how good we had it.
Yeah,
90s,
absolutely.
People our age can like maybe feel something.
That's what it is. It's so funny when I think about how like millennials are the adults in the room now. It's a very weird feeling.
Terrifying.
I know, but you know, I see commercials with like Backstreet Boys on in the background, and then it's like Spice Girls are touring again, and Limp Bizkit had this crazy resurgence, and I'm like.
Yeah. Kitty too.
Yes, but I'm like, we're the adults now. That's why.
Yeah, it's like, I'm an adult now. I can literally do whatever I want.
Yeah. I don't know who gave us this power.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah. So then, yeah, it is one of those things where it's like people our age are just like 90s, please.
Yeah, please. I want to go back to simpler times. So
yes.
that was kind of it. And I had a lot of fun because I pretty much wore what I wish I would have worn in high school, but I was just like too broke and didn't have the resources. But now that I'm older and like 90s is cool and vintage again, apparently, it's like, oh, it was easy.
Yeah.
It was so easy. So there was that one. But the first single that's coming out on November 5th, which is Crucified, that was when we did earlier this year, and we did it in St. Catharines at this place called Heaven's Gates, like a fully white room, just to kind of make it, I don't know, I'm really proud of it. I think we nailed it with like the look and the treatment and the outfits, and the guys did great. So.
I'm so excited to see that.
I'm so excited too. I feel like I've been sitting on it forever. So.
Yeah. Well, and you also did, I know you've already talked about this, but you did an underwater music video too.
Oh man, that was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's already out.
It was Andrea Hunter that you did it with?
So I did it with her husband, Paul Maxwell.
Oh, nice.
He did it with his team. And then... oh my gosh, pardon me for forgetting his name, but he's like Poseidon Films on Instagram. He was the one who like had the equipment.
Right.
Which is really cool because when we were filming, this is a weird moment. When we were filming, I was lip syncing, dunking my head in the water. I was like, what have I gotten myself into? And he's like the sweetest guy. And he's like happy with all the shots. He's like, you know who you remind me of? I'm like, here it comes. And he's like, Amy Lee of Evanescence.
I was like,
I've never heard that before.
Do I say it? Yeah. I'm like, he's going to say Amy Lee.
She is a huge influence on me. Yes. And then I'm like, yeah, I wrote this song with like her old drummer. He's like, oh, that makes sense. He's like, yeah, I was on set for like the Lithium music video. And I'm like, oh my God, I love you.
Oh my gosh, that's
like,
amazing.
Like you worked on Evanescence music videos, now you're working on mine. I'm just like, that's like some weird kismet.
Yeah, everything comes full circle.
Yeah, and then I remember thinking like, oh, I have like a tattoo from that album on my back. Like that's just weird. So yeah, it was good. The only thing is like we got this pool where it was salt water.
Oh.
So we were just trying to get underwater and act, but we kept floating to the surface.
Yes.
It was really hard. So like we had to put weights on Corey. We had to put weights on me. And it came out in the end, but it was like we were in the pool, I think 6 to 8 hours straight. Like we were so exhausted.
Well, that sounds like my hell.
Yeah.
So well done.
Thanks.
Yeah. Corey did an excellent job too of drowning male victim.
Yeah.
It was, I remember scrolling through because you had posted just a little clip of it and I was like, it was one of those things, you know, when you open Instagram and it shows you a flash, but it refreshes.
I hate that.
I know, but I was like, I've never needed to go find the original so badly in my life. But It was very impressive. And I was just like, that was one of those moments I was like, I can't wait to see the entire music video. And now watching your music videos has become one of those things I'm like, this is the next thing I'm looking forward to. Obviously, the one in Hooligan I am the most excited for now.
Me too. I like what we did for Crucified. It was very like serious and professional and conceptualized. And like, it's got the band and it's got a B-roll with the story of the song. kind of ties into the album artwork too, but like this one I was just more like, yeah, I just want to have a 90s vibe. Like I'm way more excited about it. It was way more fun to do the wardrobe too, because like you feel like a teenager again.
But it's nice to kind of show that you can just do everything.
Sweet.
Right? But I mean, really, because I know what you mean. Like when you're like, I'm doing this 90s video, but you're like, I have this like dark, gothic, serious vibe, but you're like, yeah, I can put on a fun outfit and have this like VH1 fun.
It'd still be goth.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, how many of us were, like goth in the 90s, but still really feeling the vibe.
I admire Madonna, but I don't know if I'd ever fully like go full blown Madonna, because she was like the ultimate shapeshifter and reinventing herself.
Oh my gosh, yes.
But I think it's also important to like not stay too much the same, like revisit things. But if like you're consistently doing the same thing over and over with the same videos, what am I trying to say? The same treatment, the same look, the same outfits, the same sound, you kind of grow stagnant. Like, and I would honestly lose my mind if I was told that I had to write a certain type of songs, like certain types of songs sounding the same way for the next 10 to 20 years. I'd be like, I'm out. Like, I need variation. I need to have fun. Like, I know I'm like dark and spooky and sad, but like, I can also like be quirky and funny about it too sometimes. Like, that's okay.
Like Daria.
Yeah, my girl.
Dark, spooky, sad, but quirky and fun.
Yeah, super smart and dead inside.
90s.
Yes.
All right. So, talked about your music videos and all of that, but we haven't really talked about touring.
Oh, man.
So, one time you and I were having a conversation. I was talking about like when I go up to teach a class, and I was like, it's so complicated because you've got to make sure you've eaten just enough, and like you got to make sure you pee beforehand. And you were like, yeah. Let me tell you about being on stage. Well, and I was like, oh my gosh, I never would have thought of that. And something that Corey had mentioned is you have done like crazy long sets on stage.
Almost 2 hours.
Right?
Yeah.
So what are some things that like you just like regular folks like me who've never done anything like that just wouldn't even think, because honestly, when you were telling me like, yeah, you're on there and it's like, if you have to pee, too bad. Yeah.
Hold it.
Yeah. What are some things that like you just, people like me wouldn't even think of for being on stage for that long?
Well, that's the thing is like, you have to like, you hope that you get sleep.
Right.
You got to hydrate, especially as a singer, but just hydration, because you sweat buckets depending on like, you could be playing in the summer and the venue doesn't have proper air conditioning, or you could be playing in the winter, but the stage lights are just melting you.
Yeah.
Right. So you're exerting so much energy. Like, you're just going to sweat buckets. Like, there's that. But then it's also like sometimes catering makes you such good food. And they bring out dessert before you go on stage.
Right.
And you're like, I want it all, because like, I know if I don't eat this now, I may not get it later. And it kind of had to put a system in place where if I saved it after, I had to write my name on it in permanent marker, or else like someone would eat it.
Yep.
But so you have to be careful. And I've learned the hard way, like eating too much is a terrible idea, because then your organs are fighting for space, mainly your lungs when you're trying to breathe. So you have to like eat a certain amount. But when I was doing like those, like mainly it was an hour and a half long set, but sometimes it went to 2 hours. Luckily with that band, there was like a 3-minute interlude before the encore. So you'd see me just like whip down the hallway in this like long dramatic dress flailing in the background just to go pee.
Yeah.
And like I can hear like the backing track, like, okay, I've got a minute left. Like I gotta
pee fast.
I gotta pee and I gotta go. And like, thank God for that interlude, because I don't know how like bands like Machine Head do a 3-hour long set. Like, I don't see the porta potty side stage. Like, how do you do that?
Yeah. And the food thing too. I mean, I'm not a singer, but it is one of those things where it's like you can't be starved when you get up there. You've gotta,
pass out.
Exactly. You need that energy. You need that, those good strong breaths. But if you're too full, you can't even take those like big breaths. That's a lot to have to navigate.
Yeah, to kind of figure out. I know Corey goes through it too as a drummer. Like, there's a certain amount of can and can't eat, and like getting like, even with being a drummer, you're exerting yourself and you need like a certain amount of protein. And yeah, I don't know how he does it. I mean, I just suffer to be a singer, an instrumentalist. But the cool thing is like going back into it, I'm maybe starting back at like 30 to 45, 50-minute long sets again, which is just child's play for me. I'm like, that's so easy. Like I can do that, no problem. And then like go backstage, wipe off my makeup, put on my comfies and go home and go to bed, or, you know, go to the van or the bus, whatever it's going to look like. But it's an art form. It's also like, I found, you know, everyone's like, what's your pre-show rituals? It's like, well, like everyone looks different, but like stretching, but like doing it in the morning because you're in like a stiff bunk all night. Yeah. And you've been like kind of tossed around. And you have injuries from on stage the night before with like your neck or whatever it may be, like stretching and just, I mean, especially with vocal warm-ups, I don't think I need more than 5 minutes. Right. Which some people, like, I don't understand people who have more than 10 minutes worth of like warm-ups unless you haven't done it in a while or it's like the first day of tour. Okay. But yeah, that's really it. I mean, I think it's the most important thing is just focusing on having fun and remembering like, when you're on stage, you're bringing a production to life. For me, it's like theater because I'm a theater kid. So I understand like, I compartmentalize it in my head. Like it's theater and this is the moves here and this is the banter here and this is the performance here. And you're just kind of, no matter what stage you're in, I've been up on stage really, really sick. You know, whether it's a flu or a cold or just like with an injury or like, you know, someone passed away and you're grieving, then it's just like, it's kind of a great escape for that. But like, no matter what, you really have to honor and respect that performance and give your everything to that. Yeah. So it's the live show is just like, it's a whole other beast. Like I love like, you know, producing, like I love being in the studio and writing and recording and like discovering sound design and making music. But I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta go perform. And we performed at the award show and I got up on stage and I was like, this feels so natural. Like I totally forgot I do. Yeah. Because it's been so long. But, you know, it's just when it's kind of like an athlete or whatever, when you train so long, it's like you don't know how to do anything else. You hear about all these retired athletes still doing it in coaching because they just don't know how to do anything else with their lives. I feel the same way about live performance. Yeah, just so natural. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. You know, because like I think there's a lot of fear in the metal musician space of like, well, if you don't use it, you lose it. And it's like, give me 6 months. Yeah. I'll figure it out. Get back up there. Yeah. It just takes some practice. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, and I know because sometimes like the costuming is so elaborate and stuff. And like all I can think of too, well, I mean, I was seeing a guitarist who she did her own solo tour and one of her eyelashes flew off. But it's like, yeah, you know, you're up there, you're in your fancy garb and it's so hot. And like stage lights are hitting you and you're sweating so much that, her eyelash glue, just one eyelash came off. And that's the kind of thing that you're like, yep, of course. It's hot in the crowd. It's probably hotter on stage. That's the thing with the live show. It's like so many people beat themselves up when they don't have like the best show. And it's like, that's part of live music. That's why people see the live one. They want, you know, they're there for those moments. They want to see your eyelash fly off. Exactly. They want to see you lose your sound pack and kick it into the audience. They want to see, you know, like there's been so many times where I've burped mid-line. I've unfortunately someone made me laugh and I just missed a line entirely because I'm just like, you know, when you laugh, you tense up in your cords, just like, that's it. Like there's nothing coming out. And no one was mad at me. They all thought it was funny, but like, that's just like something is, I think, you know, for those who are like, oh, it has to be perfect every time. Like something is inevitably going to go wrong. You're going to have bad shows, but you get to play live music. Yeah. What an honor is that. There are people there to see you. They're usually pretty forgiving. And if they're not, they're assholes. Yeah. If they want a perfect production, like they can listen to the album at home. Yeah. Stay home. Yeah, exactly. Stay home. You're here to just watch this person do it in their own element. Yeah, exactly. No matter who they are that day or how they're feeling. So yeah, it's a whole other beast because like there are similar things to being in the studio, but the studio it's kind of like the best presentation of all the best performances. You can kind of compile it to be this like almost perfect thing. Yeah. Which I wish more production had more imperfections and like people sounded human again. That would be sick. But there's a point I was going somewhere with this. You know, when it comes to live, it's just, there's going to be mess because it's human error. Yeah. And that's okay. Yeah. Do you have a favorite snack for when you're out on the road? well, you know me, cupcakes, but snack, I guess just like hummus and veggies.
Yeah.
That's like a comfort food for me.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
soup,
same.
which Corey's not a big soup fan, so we don't make pots of soup in this house.
I'm not really a soup person either.
Yeah.
I firmly believe soup isn't food.
Yeah, he's like, if I'm not using my teeth,
Yeah.
like what am I doing?
I have that too. It's like I need the chew.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean stews are fine, but like I have like cans of soup because like if I make a whole batch, like I'm just gonna eat it all and
Yeah.
it might go bad, so I don't even try. I might this winter, we'll see, but yeah, so I don't know, there's certain things. I mean, always just like a good cup of coffee or a latte
Yeah.
is so comforting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like it's the caffeine, but it's also the comfort while you're on the road.
Yeah, especially in like Australia, they have like the best coffee.
Oh.
Or like in Europe, like they do.
All right.
You know, certain places like France do a good espresso.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so I have 2 more questions for you. One's going to be a little more serious, but I'm going to end on a fun one.
Okay, I love this.
Okay, so you and I, we both, know people, friends, acquaintances. Yeah, we know people that are kind of stepping out of toxic situations
Yes.
in the industry.
Yes.
So, and these are often like, female performers that have, had a really tough go in the industry.
Yeah.
And I find more and more like women are, you made a post, maybe you remember the statistic, but it was like the percentage of metal that is like made up of females.
I think it was producers.
Oh, okay.
We're like
yeah.
only 5%.
Yeah, but I remember reading. But in general, I was like, yeah, but women in the industry, we make up such a small percentage of that, and so I feel like there's been so much courage in the people we know being able to be like, you know what, I'm holding my ground. I understand that like this is such a male dominated industry, but
Right.
I need to step away from this,
Yeah.
and just kind of assert myself, and I thought it would be nice to just like, hold some space for that kind of thing, and just, throw out some admiration to people who, really have put their foot down to be like, I'm an important part of this industry.
Yeah, I belong here. I deserve to be
Yep.
here, and I deserve to be respected like
Exactly.
everyone else. Like
Yeah.
there's 2 major things I want to say on that. The first thing about our industry is there's no union and there's no HR, so it is
Yeah.
a breeding ground for narcissists. Like
Yeah.
like psychopaths. Like there's no other way to put it.
Yeah.
Like they get away with so much shit.
No HR, and like really
Yeah.
think about what that means, right? When you're out, it's like if someone is like being abusive to you, who you don't have
Yeah.
anybody to go to.
You're scared of losing it all
Yeah.
if you're in that position. But the other thing I wanted to say is now these days, that type of behavior, especially in metal, is not being tolerated anymore. And I'm so grateful for that, because like I think about, I know women who went through it 20, 30 years ago,
Yep.
and they're like, I couldn't say anything. Everyone was against me. If I opened my mouth, your career's over.
Yeah.
We're kicking you out of the boys club.
Yeah.
Like it's just, there's such this like continuing enablest behavior of like, there's nothing wrong with me and I don't have to change. But the thing is that being in a band is not easy. I'll be the first to say that.
Yeah.
And touring is actually really, really hard. And to have that extra stress on top of it doesn't make it worth it.
No.
Especially these days. Like it doesn't, like, it's like you are always like, it's chronic displacement, as there was like this big article that went out. It was beautifully put. You're not always getting the best diet, the best sleep. So the last thing you need is like people treating you like shit, bullying you, manipulating you. Like you don't need it. So I love that women and minorities and non-binary and the LGBTQ are all feeling empowered to speak up, because the truth is your career is not over, and you speaking up is protecting other people.
That's the biggest thing. And I feel like, because, I've been seeing it more and more lately, and I'm like, it's one of those things where you see a couple people do it, and then more people are like, oh, like they get to continue, and like they're still respected artists, and then they start to stand up. And it's like, it's cool because it sucks that it happens, but it's cool that we get to sort of see this happen, like this, people kind of rising up to be like, I deserve these basic rights in this boys club.
Yeah, and the thing is like not all men are bad. Like
Oh,
they
no.
are. There's a lot of good men in this industry. I've toured the world with some spectacular men, but there also is this environment that allows these boys who haven't really grown up, like intellectually and mentally and emotionally. And it just kind of gives them this space to like not really have to. And I think that's one of my theories. And also like artisms are clashing, you know, because women being like, what he says once, I have to say 5 times. I'm like, you know, maybe he just has ADHD real bad and he keeps forgetting what you're saying, and you have to, not excusing it. It sucks. It's exhausting. I've been in that position, especially when like I say something, it's my idea. People tell me it's stupid, shut it down. And then 5 weeks later, they're using my idea and stealing credit. I'm like, oh, sick. Whether it be in the studio or in business or whatever. Yeah. So like, there is and isn't. I wish I could just explain it and be like, here's the problem and the formula and here's how we fix it. But I think people being brave and speaking up and standing up for themselves. Like the thing is like you don't realize how much love and support you receive once it happens. Yeah. I've been there. I've had friends who are there. And I think it's important that we, you know, there's so much I could say on this. I could be here for like another hour just like talking law and defamation and like but like it's just it is important. And if you are in a position and you are feeling strong and brave and smart, like saying like equipped enough with the intelligence, especially with the law to do it, like please do it. Please keep creating a safe space and calling out those who are dangerous to others. I think that's so important, because at the end of the day, it's like your mental health is number one. And if you're, it's like, what is it? It's like, you know, before you diagnose yourself as like mentally ill, just like ask yourself, are you surrounded by assholes? Yeah. It's a good question. It eliminates the assholes or it, you know, it kind of, I wouldn't say it eliminates, it identifies them, and it gives them an opportunity to, if they're aware, maybe think about it and change and do better if they want to stay in the industry. Yeah. Because like at the end of the day, your reputation is everything. Yeah. And if you don't take care of your reputation, like, I love millennials and what we're doing, but like, do you want to deal with Gen Z and Gen Alpha in the music industry in 20 years? Like, get your shit together. Those kids are scary. Yeah. Yeah. They know the law and stuff. Like they'll be drafting their own cease and desists and contracts. Okay. Just like, watch out, guys, get your shit together. Yeah. Seriously. You heard it here first. Yeah. But, you know, for so many of our friends that are, you know, going through this and standing up for themselves, here's, you know, support. Yes. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Proud of you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. Very, very proud. Such a, the courage it takes to do that. Yeah. And, you know, when you do that, you make the industry safer for everybody. So it's good. Yeah. But off of the heavy note, I have this one last question for you. I have it on very good authority that people enjoy being asked this question. Oh, here we go. So Lindsay, what is your favorite dinosaur? Did you know that's what it was going to be? Yeah. Okay, for the longest time, it was the Triceratops, because, like, my favorite character in The Land Before Time. I was just going to say, is this The Land Before Time? Yeah, obviously. Like, was hashtag millennial. Hello. I didn't know there was, like, 15 of them. Yeah. Like there was so many movies that came after. I'm like, wow, I really fell off of this. But I don't remember the name of it, but it's the one with the, like, how to explain it? I think it has a spiky back or a fan back, but it has like the 2 balls on the end of its tail that it would use to like knock out other dinosaurs. But apparently they found fossils. I could be wrong. Don't quote me. Like, we need to fact check this. It was late night doom scrolling, and it could be fake news. But like their brain stem kind of went into like that part of their tail, kind of like a chicken. Makes sense because like chickens are reptiles, warm-blooded reptiles. So like I just always thought that one was kind of fascinating, because I'm like, oh, it's like its brain was in its butt. That's a good reason to have a favorite. Yeah. But also, this is why I find chickens terrifying, because to me, they are little dinosaurs. Birds are warm-blooded dinosaurs. Like, feathers are mutated scales. Great. And they have hollow bones, and that's why they can fly. I was going to be a zoologist before I became a musician. Ask me any animal fact or any animal, I'll give you 5 facts about them. I swear to God. If you ever see Lindsay on the road, ask her about any animal. Yeah, you'll learn something new, because this brain retain. Amazing. All right. Well, thank you so much, Lindsay, for taking the time to chat with me. Yeah, this is so much fun. And this has been Staicha from Allfather Metal. And everybody, make sure you follow all of the amazing things Lindsay is doing, but keep on top of her, because if you catch up one week, the next week she has 10 more things to put out. So stay fresh.